Well, I've done the check over of the bike because it was a pretty rough day yesterday. Chain's all lubed up, chain adjustment's spot on. Have a look at this tyre. It's done close to 2,000 Ks and it's just about knackered. I cannot believe it. It has chewed it out that quickly. Man, oh man. That's 350 bucks worth of tyre. And that'll be dead by the time I get the broom. And I probably won't be able to get another one at broom. That's bullshit. Yeah, not designed for big bore dirt bikes, eh? Well, welcome back to the left-hand side, part 9. I think we're up to about day 12 or 13. Anyway, this is where we start off in Kununurra, on the Ord Valley, big irrigation area up there. Then we head east, down the Victoria Highway, turn off and we head up to Lake Argyle. And I think I say in the video that it's the biggest freshwater lake in Australia. And we'll just zoom right in here. You can see there's a dam wall and I right across that, so you get a pretty good view of that. And then up here there's a little caravan park. I'm just going to zoom in to give you an idea of the scale of the place. You can see there's a few caravans and cars and there's a few houseboats on the dam. So as I zoom out, it gives you a bit of an idea of the scale. And believe it or not, the first year they built that dam, it actually overflowed. That gives you some idea of the scale of the rainfall they get in the top end. Anyway, later on that morning we head back down to Kununurra and we go across the Ord River weir, which is what controls most of the irrigation flow out to all the farms. And then head down the Victoria Highway, then up the Great Northern Highway, through all the roadworks. Man, there were some roadworks along there. And we of course end up at Windham. And yeah, there's a main township there. And believe it or not, a few years ago there was actually a foundry at Windham. So there's quite a bit of old machinery and that's still lying around. They never got rid of it years later. And the lookout, we did manage to find our way up to the lookout, as you'll soon see. And what a view it was from up there. It's one of the better lookouts I've seen around the place. So we head back down the Great Northern Highway and turn off down the legendary Gibb River Road. And there's quite a bit of it's all sealed now. When I was down there 10 years ago, it was gravel. Probably the first 10 k's in was gravel, but now it's bitumen all the way to the Questro turn-off. And that's the Questro turn-off there, that's Questro Road. And that's where we spend the night, in the campsite there. And it's absolutely stunning camping area if ever you go there. Just watch out for the river crossing if you're on two wheels. I nearly came undone. Yeah. That's about it, I think. That's all I've got. So sit back and enjoy this part of the left-hand side. Here we are, Victoria Highway, Lake Argyle, turn off. Sure how far up here it is. I think it was 70 k's from back there. Oh, 37 k's still. That's a decent road into a dam. I might just pull over here. Check my phone because it's transferring all the GoPro files that took me till 1 o'clock this morning to download onto my phone. And I've just got them at the moment transferring from my phone onto the hard drive. See, that's my setup. So hard drive, you got to format the hard drive as a USB stick. So it looks at that and it thinks it's a 1 terabyte USB stick. So you got to use FAT32 file system on it. But it works all right. I think I'll stop that for the time being. We'll cancel that because the phone battery's down to 37%. So we need to plug that phone onto the charger. Pull out one of the 1,000 cables I've got stashed in here. Yeah, the things you got to do, eh? Mind you, if things worked quickly, you wouldn't have to spend hours and hours downloading a couple of files. Because we've only been transferring files since the days of computers. You'd think they'd have it worked out, wouldn't you? Okay, that's charging. Let's chuck on the music. We'll just do a little bit of a bit here on the way into Lake Argyle. There is a campsite out here, that's why there's all the caravans. It's going through a pretty rugged little valley. There be water there. They must have a little hydro plant, there's power lines. Oh yeah, have a look at that. Look at the gorge down there. Ooh. And across the wall, there's not a very big wall for such a big lake, but that's the beauty of there being a little canyon. It's the biggest lake in Australia, and it's also the highest earth wall in Australia. That guy very, very politely let me past. There you go. That wall there is holding back all that water. Just rocks and dirt. Kind of a scary thought when you think about it. And have a look at the water coming out there. That's fantastic, isn't it? So much water for the dry time of year. And that little wall holding back the biggest body of fresh water in Australia. A little hydro plant over there. There's another look at that wall. I'm not sure where the floodway is. Oh, the spillway. So we've just gone through Windham, we come out the other side. And this is the Ord River Weir. So this is what controls the irrigation flow down all the channels, all the various channels around the place. So all that water that we saw coming out the dam is controlled here. And of course there are all the floodgates, all electrically controlled, open and closed. They must be doing maintenance on the gates at the moment by the looks of it. That'll be some of the gates there that they pull out with that gantry crane. There you go, they're lowering one in there now. That was the Ord Weir. Well, we're heading to Windham is the next stop for fuel and a bit of tucker. There's some fuel reduction burning off going over there. It's a windy day today, there could certainly get away. The fire's getting a lot closer. We're a lot closer to it than what I thought we would get. It's got a decent front too. Right the way along there. That's the main front over there. If it was down south there'd be fire trucks and fire bombers. They'd be going ballistic. But up here there's no one to fight it. And it really is a natural occurrence this time of year. It's a positive thing for the bush. That's all been freshly burnt in the last probably day or so down in there. We're just coming under the main smoke plume now. It's going off down in there. There's some trees and things still burning there. Smoky barbecue flavour. Oh, I thought we'd see if we can sneak down here for a closer look. It's got to be fairly careful which way the wind's blowing, obviously. Feels like it's blowing right to left. And all of this has been burnt. Oh, look at the birds circling there. They're picking all the insects out of it as it burns. We'll just keep an eye open because we want to be able to make a quick getaway if necessary. That's all freshly burning in there. Here's the guys down here. They got control of it. They're doing a bit of fuel reduction burning, bit of back burning, keeping it all under control in there. Like I say, it's very important for the environment to do this fuel reduction burning every now and then. Oh, feel the heat. That is fairly toasty. I'd hate to be caught in a real wildfire. Vehicle to get back into. Just a look at the road into Windham now. Now we're well away from that bushfire. It's just these, well, they're barren, aren't they, these hills? There's just no goodness in them to grow very much. It's just rocks. Look. The road train, big one. Well, as we're meandering through these roadworks, we can have a bit of a look at the countryside. Still looking around. Slow. Man, oh man, I'm going to have so much video to edit when I get home. Hundreds of hours. I have to employ someone to do it. Or I'm never going to get a video onto YouTube. And that would be disaster. Oh my God, another stop sign. There's been seriously 30 k's of roadworks. Right up to the boundary of Windham. That was fun, sitting in the hot sun at like half a dozen stop points. Loving it. Motorcycles should just get precedence. There's the big croc. Gonna go out and have a look at the lookout first, and then we'll get some fuel and a bit of tucker. All those roadworks, I reckon, put an easy hour on the trip into Windham. I wonder how we get up to the lookout. Well, this part I haven't been to. This is the port. There's a tower up on the hill there. I think that's where the lookout is. I'm only talking from Google Maps experience here. Windham Port. Surely not more roadworks. Come on. I think there was a TV show on the ABC went to air, wasn't that long ago, a couple of months ago, called Mystery Road. It's definitely worth a look if you ever get to see it. And a great deal of that show was filmed around Windham. And this motel here figured in it. I think it was this one. We'll find out. So I'm not sure what the road was shut there for half an hour when there's absolutely no traffic. I'm sure people can work out their own way through. Just fucking around for the sake of it. Oh, there's a couple of old vehicles there. Windham Police Station. Salt Flats. I have no idea how to get up to the lookout. I guess the cell phone reception, I'll have to get the cell phone out and have a look. Man, it's like stepping back in time, isn't it? Yeah. It's just stuff that anywhere else, or a less remote town, because a very remote town obviously, would have just been scrapped, sold for scrap metal, but here it's just left laying around because there's no one to come and pick it up. It's not worth it. Oh, look at that. That's got a massive single cylinder engine in it. Be a big diesel, that one. Have a look at the size of the pot in that. That's huge. Just one cylinder. And a big gear reduction. And right behind that, a little steam engine. Saddle tank steam engine. Probably been parked there the day that it stopped being used. That's where it sat. Little generator rig there. And a steam bucket loader. Awesome. So this road's taking us up to the lookout, hopefully. Pretty sure it is, it says it on the signs. Oh, serious switchback. Very serious switchback. There we go, we caught up to a tin can, but we're nearly at the top. Oh, my ears popped big time. We've come up a couple of 100 metres. Wow, have a look at that view across the mud flats. Holy dooly. Overflow parking, what's that mean? Oh, there. There's no shady parks. Now that is what I call a lookout. Have a look how far you can see. 4 miles. Mud flats down there. And there's that loading bay that we were looking at before. That is just a vast vista. That's looking west that way. Right around. That's looking north out that way. Fantastic. What a view. There's another view from the lookout. That's looking northeast, northeast, out over the flood plain, the flood mud flats. There's just a vast expanse of them. It's incredible scale. Well, we got through that 35 k's of roadworks. I measured it from Windham to where it ended was 35 k's. That added an hour each way to my trip, so instead of ducking into Windham, quick look around, get some fuel, lunch and go out, 3 hours later. Absolute pain in the arse, and not a sign to say, to give you the choice, do you want to go that way? Anyway, here we are. The Gibb River Road, one of the great drives of Australia. I've been down this road as far as the Pentecost River crossing. And that's it. Mount Barnett fuel, well, we'll easy make that. Oh look, it's bitumen. Imagine if it was like this all the way. I was talking to a lass up at the lookout, the Windham lookout. She said the road's corrugated 90% of the way. Some of it very bad, some of it moderate. So pretty much what we've experienced for the whole trip. And I would expect nothing less from an outback gravel road. You wouldn't call it an outback road if it wasn't gravel. That's a pretty impressive escarpment up there. The whole joint's pretty well smoked out from all the burning off. So the view's a bit restricted, unfortunately. And we're still on bitumen. I'm sure last time I was up here, which was, I think I said 9 years ago, this was all gravel. So I've done a fair bit of work on it. I guess we're probably about 10 k's in. Oh, here's a turn off to Questro. This is going to be my camping spot for the night. I thought it was much further along the road. Just going to do a quick view here so you can get a look at that escarpment. No smoke up this end of the valley. It's looking clear all the way down. Nice. 16 k's down here to Questro. I shall set up my camp for the night. Oh look, first river crossing for the trip. Oh, it's quite deep and very rocky, but we're not going to drop it. I think I got water in my boot. It's so cool. Yeah, another one. Nice. Pity you can't see any of the rocks in there. Oh, that's better. That's not tricky at all. Well, I'll hang on to her. Trouble is, I'm over the top of this freaking big rock here. Back we go, old girl. Yep, we're only a little bit stuck here. Nope. It was alright till it got cloudy, I couldn't see where I was going. Now my boots is full of water. That was a bit close. Well, here we are, guys, at the Questro camping site. Got the camp pretty much set up. Just have to find a rock to put the stand on because it's all sand. Just leant her against the tree while I do that. Socks wet from the river crossing, drying. Boots, I don't know what I'm going to do with those, they're just going to have to dry out. Well, that's it, it's not a bad little spot. It's pretty busy, as you can see, with a few people around.